Welcome to the spoiler section. Here, we're just going to talk spoilers on Sully. Okay, so before, what were we talking about before? When
I was telling you things.
Yeah. What were things that you noticed that didn't actually happen?
Right.
Yeah.
So the only thing I noticed in all of my immense research that I did Friday and Saturday was the father that was headed to the golf trip with his two sons. There was only one son.
Yeah.
That's such a strange thing to change.
Well, no. In the movie, it was his son and his son's cousin.
Oh,
he
is
was
that?
the uncle.
But he had him throughout the movie. So I was like, why did they choose to give the father? Because there was like a documentary on TLC I watched. The guy had the pork pie hat and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, even the costuming they got down to a T. And I thought, why would they feel the need that the father needed a companion?
Yeah,
You know,
that is strange.
Because it was almost more dramatic. The father was alone on one side of the plane and the son was alone on the other, and one went to New Jersey and one went to New York.
They threw a cousin
so,
in there.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was just like, huh, okay.
I did like that they tried to sort of give the passengers a little more of a story than I would have thought. I mean, because it's like Sully, and that was one thing I was expecting the movie to just be really focused on Sully, because he's sort of he ends up being the celebrity sort of involved in the piece. But I like that one of my favorite parts of the movie was the sequence with the air traffic controller.
Yes.
That was so...
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
good.
I don't know who that actor is, but he's going to get work. Like,
he did a great
knocked that
job.
out of the park. And just seeing his, like, reaction to just watching this little thing and trying everything, you know, like, come on, man, like, no.
He
Like, don't
thought
go
they
in the
all
Hudson.
died.
Yeah, because he's like, nobody survives a water landing.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
then
in
it
that
was-
room, and they're like, "No, man, everything's great." He's like, "What?
He's so
Well, and then
stoked.
before that, when his employer comes or his supervisor comes over and he unplugs his headset and just goes, "You're gonna have to go get drug tested," and
It's just
and it's
normal procedure.
Yes.
Like, oh man.
you just feel for the guy.
Could you
Like-
imagine being in that situation?
No.
And the fact that, like, I never thought that he would feel responsible for this. This is just like a freak thing that happened, but like immediately he's just like, my career's over. Like it was my fault somehow. And it's like, dude, birds hit a plane. Like, how is this your fault? But like, I totally understand how you could feel that way after watching that sequence.
Absolutely.
And that was one of those details that really helps bring it to life and really, I don't know. Because I guess one thing that was cool for me, by the end of the movie, the event feels so much more real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and it's more inspiring now. Like, it was inspiring at the time, but only in like the Facebook post with quotes around it, inspirational thing. Like, isn't it great? But like, once you sort of like see all the complexities and all of the things that went into it, like, this actually just was kind of miraculous.
Well, I was just gonna say it was coined "Miracle on the Hudson," which is like a nice little thing that the media likes to put on, you know, these events, you know, like Winter Watch 2017. It's just ridiculous, and you kind of get sick of hearing them after a while. But after seeing the movie, you're like, no, this really was an amazing miracle for everything to fall into place the way it did.
Yeah, I feel like that's almost not giving the pilot enough credit, though.
Oh man.
Because he landed in that he landed that plane in that water perfect.
I don't mean literally like it was. I just meant like it's more inspiring now.
It is,
Seeing all of the parts that actually had to move to get
Yeah.
it to happen the way
But
it
it's
did.
like he saved all of those people's lives by
man.
going against the rules, against the sequence of what you're supposed to do, and
trusting that,
his
like,
instincts. Because he's been flying planes since he was like 16 or something,
His
right?
instincts.
40
in,
years.
Yeah.
In one of the interviews, you know how in the movie they said, he said both engines lost, and they were like, no, you still had one. And he was like, nope, absolutely not. Only,
And then he turned out to be right.
So he told Tom Hanks that the reason he knew that is when they lost him, he went forward in his harness.
right instead of like.
And so his body instincts just kicked in, and he was like, oh, we just lost both engines, because he had a feedback that, you know, you can't argue with that.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you
So
might
cool.
like tip maybe. If
Right.
An engine? Okay.
I liked that they focused a lot on how it meant personally to him that he did the right thing. It wasn't just that he landed the plane and everyone was safe, and he at no point was just like, screw you, I landed a plane in the Hudson. Like, what are you gonna do to me?
Very humble
And
character.
instead he was like, did I do the right thing? Like, should I have gone, like, did I make the wrong call here? Even though everyone in the world is like, you're a hero,
Right.
you're the greatest dude ever. And I liked that it created a nice conflict where you wouldn't think there would be one. You would just think it was like, yeah, we're alive. I'm happy.
Right.
Exactly. Like, I had no idea there was all this conflict, like, with the whole, what's it called? The people...
The NTSB.
Yeah, the NTSB, like, crucifying him over if he made the right decision or not. Like, when I saw this all, like, go down on the news, I was like, that guy is probably going to be rich and famous for the rest of his life. Never have to worry about anything. But no, apparently, directly after the whole thing, he was the only one who wasn't proud of himself.
Well, and
Which
the
is kind
fact
of amazing.
that he runs that safety stuff. Like, you know he's a pilot, but I didn't know that, like, he actually specialized in a lot of these safety things and saw crashes and studied them. And it sort of made it more engaging. Like, it made his conflict feel more real, I guess. Like, it made more sense why he would be conflicted about if he did the right thing. Because if, like, your whole life is that, to mess it up in 2 minutes was like... Yeah, I really thought
Yeah, you could feel the relief that scene right after they listen to the cockpit recording, and he goes, "I need a break," and they run out to the hall, and he was like, "I'm really proud of what we did. We did a good job." It was like, you can imagine that that's how you reacted, but then when you get that confirmation that
That's when he finally
we did do a
says.
good job, yeah.
I liked his Tom Hanks' performance specifically when he was in the hospital and they give him the count back. Because he, like, right after he gets off the Hudson, he's like, okay, give me a count. I need to count right now. And they're like, okay, it's going to take a while.
Some people are in Jersey.
Yeah. Then he gets the number, 155. Everybody survived. And, like, he just did such a good job acting that. Like, the complicated emotions there that he, like...
And it's
he was
subtle,
feeling.
like you were saying,
Yeah.
it's subtle.
Well, yeah, the microisms and, like, how Tom Hanks acts is superb.
good.
Needed to, yeah. There's a lot of long shots on Tom Hanks' face in this movie, and he just sells every moment of it. Every moment. It's not just because, like, I've sort of criticized Leonardo DiCaprio for, like, he does, like, a lot of, like, one face or, like, one emotion at a time. Like in The Revenant, it was like, my leg hurts. Like, where Tom Hanks, like, can just stare off into the distance, and you're just like. He's like, there's like, you can see things going through his mind as he's doing it. And I think it's really what sort of separates him from the pack as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those top tier.
I mean, unless he's doing a Da Vinci Code, and then it's like,
Hey, man.
You're a fan of the Da Vinci Code, but you don't like Titanic?
No, I'm not a fan of the Da Vinci Code. I was just being the devil's advocate. The new one's coming out, which is
I
fun.
saw the trailer for it.
God.
Tom Hanks' hair. That's another review show.
Yeah, it's totally.
Let's do a whole review show on actors' hair. All right. I feel like we're pretty much wrapping up. We'll just go ahead and do another quick summary and then recommend, not recommend, in case people didn't watch the last video.
Okay.
So you want to lead us off?
Sure. I would very much recommend this movie. It's just perfection, I think.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Just a solid drama film all the way through and through.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. If you want to see somebody at the top of their game doing their best work, like this movie's the way to do it. This is one of those movies that you should watch and pick apart and really try and understand why it affects you the way it does, because it's that good. So yeah, watch it. Watch Sully. Go do it. I'm TJ Hunt.
I'm Christina Dodge.
I'm Tarquin Boyat.
See you next week. Probably.